Uh, uh, the feeling of guilt and shame is unpalatable right now. I just woke up in the park, you know, and realized when I went to sleep thinking is I got getting to the gas station manager in trouble for literally hoboing up the fucking gas station. I have videos of real time happening of everything. Is the whole tire situation started with me getting gas, and I heard the front left tire wisping air out, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta handle that. So I went in and they give me free beverages there, no questions asked, and I got a couple waters and Diet Coke, and it came outside and the tire was on the rim, so it wasn't just a leak, it was fucking leaking, and something just happened, and it was like, you haven't seen a tire so flat. It was just on the fucking rim, and you can't drive a completely flat tire that is one of the shittiest fucking tires I've ever seen. It's supposed to have steel belts and fucking, when that happens, it's supposed to protect aluminum rims, and it was just on the fucking rubber on the ground. And I talked to ChatGPT, and I told him what brand of tires it was and everything, and how far I could move it, because I had to get it out of the fucking, because I've been warned a couple of times to not clean my truck and do certain things in the gas pump lane. You can do it on the side, but don't do it on the gas pump lane. So I had to, and it was super busy. I think it was like 3 o'clock or something. I had to get it out of the gas pump lane. And it was, the whole truck was leaning, and I had just got escorted out of the storage facility by the police, and that's a whole separate story, a whole nother story that is nothing what the title of that incident sounds like. Quick summary of that is when the sergeant of Faro Police was there, and there's a detective and there was someone else, and as soon as they talked to me and looked into my eyes when I was speaking, the whole temperature of the room changed. In the very end, the sergeant wanted to help me very badly. And he did have to escort me out of there, but he said he wants to help me. But anyway, that's a whole separate conversation. So, but they gave me an hour to collect a few things, and I couldn't. I knew where fucking nothing is. So in the end, it took more. The other guy more threats of recalling them, and I don't even know where my fucking wallet is, let alone what I was able to grab during that time. And immediately after that, the tire situation happened. So it was just one thing, and this is what happens when you become homeless. Just one thing you can't manage is compiled by another, and it just keeps coming at you nonstop. And yesterday just solidified that I am now the new 100% certified fucking town hobo. And it's completely demasculating and every other thing that you could imagine that a male at my age would want to project a persona to a town like Fairhope, which I love dearly, and it loves me too. People are so kind here, and most people, they just look at me not like they look at you in Saginaw. They look at you with sad, kind eyes. Because when I pulled up there, the whole back of the truck was not only filled with all the trash that was in my little living space or whatever at the I was gonna say homeless shelter, but the storage unit, and just piled and overflowed, and the truck was overflowed with trash and disgusting stuff and food. You're just living in your truck. There's nothing you can do. 2 seconds, it's destroyed. There's literally nothing you can do. You're living in there, and you have to find everything. And it's just impossible. I mean, look, I got eggs on my fucking dash that are fucking leaking out because that's mostly what I fucking eat. I got the oil fill container that's supposed to be on the front of the truck that needs to go back in there. That when the head gasket blew and it was dark in the fucking cornfield, I forgot, I didn't put it on, and luckily when I drove around the park, I found it, and there's a plastic bag over it. Anyway, that's like one of the million things that I need to do is replace the plastic cover for the oil fill with, and it's just one thing after another. So I'm stuck there and was having to open all doors to find things, and everything was just overflowing onto the fucking ground, onto the back of the fucking truck, and it's just in the middle of the day and everyone's watching it go on. And it wasn't until the next morning. So Kim left and I was working on the truck because I couldn't drive it on the rim because it was going to destroy the rim and it was going to destroy the new tire, so I had to pull it off to the side all awkwardly. And the fixing and the gathering of tools and asking for favors. Anyway, the whole situation didn't wrap itself up until the following day at 5 a.m. and Kim arrived at 3:30, which I had no idea she arrived so early there, preparing food. And she's like, "You're still here?" I'm like, "Yeah, and you'll see the context of the video why it took so long later. She told me I need to get this situation wrapped up because it's just a godly, exotic fucking disaster area what that whole truck looks like, and me going in and out of it just profusely sweating and fucking smelling so bad. And I knew, and so I pulled it over in front of the dumpster, and I knew that I had to get it out of there. And I didn't even get your text until the whole situation was over, because I don't ever check my text because no one would fucking text me. And there was a couple of interactions with Kim because I pretty much am the only pedestrian or whatever which has a unspoken free access to any part of that building at any time, and nobody ever questions why I'm there or what I'm doing, because everyone 100% trusts me and they know my fucking story. I'm allowed in the back office and go in there, and if I mention it to someone that I'm getting ice or doing something, they just wave like they don't need to hear the rest of the explanation, that if I need access to that area, there's certainly a reason. And you know, the more times you ask me, I just got to say yes. Just do your thing, you know. And there's nobody else that has. What I did was I earned that trust from that. I earned them from complete fucking strangers. It wasn't just given to me. And I was so exhausted, and I looked so disheveled, and I smelled so bad from working on that and crawling underneath that on the fucking concrete, getting all my arms fucking scraped up, and I'm bleeding everywhere, and grease and oils from, you ever touch a tire from the brake dust? You just touch it anywhere, it's fucking all over you. So I was having to hug the tire and put it back on, and it was just fucking disgusting. And so throughout the whole day of me working on that, the whole town got to drive by both those intersections, seeing what's going on with that truck overflowing with trash, and you could just tell it was a fucking hobo. And so I was out in full view of the whole town, every cop, every mailman, every FedEx delivery person, every worker that was coming in and out of there from Walmart, every construction worker, basically the whole town for the whole day saw Jeremiah the fucking hobo trying to change a fucking tire, which completely robs you from your man card, because that is a gauge of your manliness, is how fast you can change the tire on a car. It's literally a fucking trope. So it even came to the point at 12:30 in the morning, a guy that I see at Wawa once in a while, and we became somewhat known friends where we just know each other's first name. He fucking pulled over at 12:30, and he's a little bit younger kid than me and has kind of like a cool truck, and he comes over and he says, "Dude, are you okay? I come back here and it's literally been almost 10 hours and you've been working on this tire. Can I help you with this tire?" And what I spoke to him and what I did was not consistent with the truck overflowing with trash, because you have to get in every corner looking for tools and going in and out, and the whole thing overflowing, and the truck on its side wheel looking like it has a fucking broken leg. I'm like, dude, I actually got this. It's just, you know, a interesting story. And he's like, "Are you sure, dude? You do not look okay." I go, "No, I am." And then I start getting into it more, and then there's the next lug nut is fucked up and won't come out, and I can't tell if this lug nut is one of the ones that needs a special key, like a special socket, because there's multi-variants on your truck there. It's totally fucked. And I had to go back in there because he was talking to Jen, and I said, "Actually, I do need your help. I can't see this lug nut. I can't tell if it's a lock style one that a mechanic just hammered a socket onto to get off, or if it's a regular one that's just been stripped 3 times. But I totally thought I had this, but I'll be honest, I don't know what this is." And he came out, and now he's into the project with me. And he starts looking at it, he goes, "Dude, I have no idea." So we try to do different things and put different socket sizes over it, and I use AI to see what the larger size is, either metric or standard, then 7/8, and then that was like 17/16. So we couldn't find one, and a tow truck driver came by and he went in and asked, and the tow truck driver's getting out his tools trying to find something. So he tries to work on that one socket with me. Another super smart mechanic-y guy that had big hammers and stuff that I have to find him because he left some tools back that I have to give him. He couldn't figure it out either. And he goes, "Dude, I got to work at 3:30. I got to go." I go, "No, I'll figure this out." He goes, and he looked really concerning. He goes, "Oh, okay, man." I go, "No, dude, I will get this. There's nothing ever that I failed at. And that's basically the summary of how all day yesterday went, is just solidifying, Jeremiah's the town hobo. And then it's 5:30 and now it's on and I have to clean up, and Kim is telling me something that I have to get this out of here, out of in front of the dumpster, because from behind the dumpster in the wall, I pulled out cardboard boxes to go underneath the truck on, and crates from behind the building, and it was a fucking blown up disaster zone. So I finally get it fucking cleaned up, and I just moved the truck out of the way a little bit, but I didn't understand her. I thought she was saying like the garbage truck need to be here, or vendors or something. No, it was the now that they're owned by a corporation, it was the corporate owners coming to do like a fucking full inspection of what the fuck was going on there that day. And so I moved over and I start doing hobo shit that's out of the way. Like now I'm sweating, so now I'm using wet naps and changing my shirt and wiping it down and throwing out trash from the back of my truck from the storage unit into the dumpster. So I'm taking big gigantic bags of my own personal trash and throwing it in their dumpster. And apparently they're sitting there fucking watching this whole thing, because Kim's supposed to be managing that place. And she already said, oh yeah, that's Jeremiah, blah, blah, blah. So apparently they were looking at the situation, and I was going in and out behind the fence and bringing gas station stuff and doing things that them at first not knowing if I'm stealing stuff from being behind there. And then Kim came back over as I was cleaning up, and now I saw the look on her face. She goes, you got everything done? And I said, yeah, I was about ready to take a picture. Like, I basically clean swept the whole thing. She goes, okay, that was my message. I needed to get the fuck out of there now. And then it sunk into me who was coming and why I needed to get that place cleaned up, is because the main corporate guys in the new clean fucking truck and the clean shirts and everything were coming over to check out what's going on. So then I'm at Walmart, so I have to call her. I go, oh my God, Kim, it just sunk in what just fucking happened. And the whole, you need to get the situation out of here, like now, was the corporate that is now owned by you coming and check things out. And the feeling of guilt and remorse and just being a fucking total bum and hobo and overstepping my bounds when they've been so grateful for me. The only way I could reward them is be top hobo when the fucking bigwigs come over and literally hoboing up the fucking place. And I felt so ashamed and I felt so guiltful that this is the real life reaction that I'm feeling when I got $200 left, and you'll see the rest of the video of everything that you proposed as a solution wasn't even fucking close of anything that you could do. And all you had to do is call me and ask me what was going on to understand that, this isn't just fix it by calling this number. None of that was even close to being something that could have helped the situation at all. The only thing that could happen is I needed to get that tire off there, and I needed to get a spare on. If you brought that thing to some other place, they would just tell you they couldn't get it off. Or if you get a tow truck, that's like minimally fucking starting probably at about $200, and everything goes from there. And I didn't even have enough cash, even if you wanted to pay all that money for that, for any solution. And then having the feeling that you'll come true with your promises and pay me back, because I'll just say something and call you out, and then you'll just fucking hang up on me and not call me on my fucking birthday. So I can't even rely on anything you say. Even if you wanted to help me out to reimburse me, I can't give my last monies to do that, because you're not reliable and dependable. You don't stick to your word. You have no remorse when you don't do so, and you just don't even fucking care. That's just not my opinion. That's just proof. Is what you would say. It's just fact. There's nothing you could do about it. So that was my birthday. It was, in very least, probably one of my most memorable ones, and I've had some pretty memorable birthdays in jail and prison and stuff. They're always in prison and being homeless or something. So now I'm just planning my exit strategy, and the money's running out, and I have no idea or concept why. I said it before, why these resources were used this way, and just pumped out the tailpipe, just knowing that's just going to be the end of it, and that's the end of it, and just let that run its course. No fucking clue. I mean, I do have a clue. It's because it's just simply, you just don't care, and you don't care because you have no faith in me, and you didn't want to throw good money at bad money. So at no point did it feel like you should go further in debt to try to help me out, because at no point could I ever do anything with my life, and at no point could you ever believe in me. So it just made fucking zero sense. The money was going to run out anyway. Why keep doing it? Why not just stop here? And I firmly believe that I pissed you off so much when you were packing that you made the decision that he's going to need something from me when I leave, and there'll be nothing that he can do. And consciously or subconsciously, that's exactly what happened, and that's why you did not pick up the phone, and that's because you did not want to face the music of telling me that you were not going to give me any more money to live, and that's it. And that's what that cackling little undertone threat, when I said something and you said, "You'll see." So I saw Carrie, and I saw loud and clear, and so did the whole fucking town. So I saw exactly what that veiled threat was and what you're going to follow through with. So deny it all you fucking want. The truth is the truth, and you can't change it. So it had maximum effect, and it's day zero now. So I don't know what you got out of it or anything else, but the environment got a lot of fucking CO2, and that's fucking it.